Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima. I am back with another guidance session. This is going to be a candle wax reading for the year 2023 for anyone who has Sun, Moon or Rising in the sign of Leo. So whether you are a Leo or you're watching it on behalf of a loved one who is a Leo, this might be a video that you would like to watch. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel during the past year. You all guys who have been following me for a while, thank you so much. And those of you who just found this channel and maybe this is the first video that you're watching, welcome to my channel and thank you. If you like the kind of work that I do, please feel free to subscribe. And there are more videos that you can watch in the playlist that are organized based on zodiac signs, and also there are timeless, time-free readings that you can watch whenever you're guided to, and that's when you needed to hear those messages. I also want to thank specifically um, to those of you who reached out for private readings. If you are interested to have one, please find my contact in the About tab in my channel. So with that, let's start the reading. Let's focus and see what kind of messages we are going to receive for Leo. What is the high level guidance that you receive? And what are the three things that mainly Leo needs to know and focus on during 2023? I have changed my microphone, guys. I hate you. And I saw your messages that you were saying the audio is not that perfect. Actually, it is good on my side, but I still changed my device and we got a new microphone. Let me know in the comment if it is better. So the beginning of the year is beginning with some splitting, and it's a happy splitting. I don't see, for some of you, there might be some energy of discussion, but I don't see anything bad or sad. Some of you might be starting to think about analyzing something and going into like the depth of something and picking on things and getting the wrong from the right and distinguishing. There's a lot of mind working here. Maybe if you are a therapist or you go to a therapist, there might be a lot of analyzing that you're doing. I see some of you in front of the mirror. You're probably doing some self-assessment or you're assessing a situation. Um, in general, Leo, you're usually, I mean, I don't want to say you have an ego, but you're usually satisfied with the way you look and you are. And I see that. I see a lot of you in front of a mirror. Um, Either you are assessing yourself, or it's a positive thing. I don't see that you are judging yourself or anyone is judging yourself. Maybe you need to be a little bit more open and honest with yourself, considering what is happening in your life. For some of you, you need to talk to a therapist, or you might find the root of a problem inside your personality, specifically if there's an ego issue that you have been dealing with in the past year. I mean, in 2022, at your work, with your family, with loved ones, or something that you just know you need to take care of it. This might come into the surface, and you might start thinking about taking it into your own hands and fix it once for good. It might also be practicing for yourself to have an honest conversation with someone. Some of you, I see that someone might ask you for a favor and it's hard for you to say no. It can be a relationship, money, finances, any kind of favor. It's a little bit hard for you, struggling to say no. But if you can't be keeping a promise that you might give to a person, or something that you might commit to, just don't and just say no to them. But I see that there is a favor that this person has done, or somehow you can't say no. It's very hard for you and you are struggling to say no. You're trying to convince yourself and find a way. Maybe find a way, talk to someone who can probably give you some feedback on the situation. If you are again a therapist, you might have a very much busy year ahead of you. Some things are needed to be changed or will be changed for you, or in your setting, in your practice. You maybe even are not a therapist, but you have a practice specifically online. I see a lot of things are going to change, and you do it yourself deliberately. You understand that you want to do this, make these changes to do better, and that will actually pay off. You might need to pay or spend some money, but definitely for some of you, I see you're working on your couple or your relationship as a couple, and you might be reading books, going to therapists, getting deep down to the problem. I see a vacation for some of you. You might go somewhere exotic, maybe in summer or even in spring, and there's something that is a vacation, and also you learn a lot. Maybe you go with someone, maybe you meet someone, something changes. There is a message that comes to your life, and it brings again big changes for you, changes that stay for you for the rest of your life. You might meet someone, receive a message that's a life changing thing, which is a good thing. It's a happy energy. But I see you very active in the beginning of the year, towards the end of spring, very active, running around. You're on the spotlight, you're doing more than you should. And I see a lot of chit chat. Either you find your person, you are a couple, there's a lot to say, or there's a person that you start talking to very much. Might start with messaging, you might be far from each other, or you just meet on social media, but then it gets closer. And after a while, you might even meet each other in person somewhere. And that's actually very good. There's romance for you, there's love messages. Maybe this starts as a friendship, but then it gets a little bit heated in a good way, romance. And it's actually very pleasant. Some of you might be struggling to say someone your feelings, and you're worried that you might lose them. Maybe you're leaving. Maybe it's a person that you work with, or you know it's a friend. Maybe they're leaving to a different country, to a different city, and you just don't want that, and you're struggling. This is something you want to tell someone, and you're struggling with that. You need guidance because you want to do it in a perfect way. So get some advice. There is advice. There is ways for you to do what you want to do in the best way possible. Money is coming to you. I see you saving. You're waiting for I see you very strategically. You're waiting to take advantage of the positive and favorable winds, favorable waves. You want to take advantage, not advantage, take it's actually a good thing. You're waiting for the right time, and you're waiting for actually the very, very right time, and you would do that. Something that you're waiting patiently on, you're saving your feelings patiently, or maybe it's not about feelings and you're saving your money, your investment, so that the market moves or something changes and you can jump there and make a big win. And you're very strategic, perfect condition will come towards you. I see for some of you, you have been doing something, maybe renovating homes or doing some kind of work like that. Maybe you buy properties, you renovate and you sell them. And then now you are a little bit, I don't want to say scared, but you're a little bit pushed back. For some reason, you're a little bit careful. I don't know why, it's for prices or just something that you have to watch out. Maybe you want to go in a new territory, a new country, a new city, you want to do some big project that you're watching, you're waiting and watching. You would exactly appear in my eyes as a person who wants to go surfing and they're waiting for the right wave to jump on. So please interpret as it's is suitable for your life and situation and your scenario. Different people are watching from all over the world and they can have different scenarios in their life. So I think you got the message. I tried to open up the message and the energies that I'm receiving. You might feel a little bit sick with your stomach. Something might hit you in your stomach towards the beginning of fall. You might be a stomach flu or something that you eat is food poisoning. This is nothing important, but it might stop you a little bit. You might slow down, or maybe there's someone around you that they might have some attention. They might need some attention from your side, maybe a child, a parent, or a spouse, or again, even yourself. You will slow down. It's actually good for you. Don't break. Don't be upset if things go slow in the middle of the year. Be patient. Things will come back to normal. It's a little bit interruption, and that's definitely for a good reason. This will protect you maybe from a mistake, from something you shouldn't do, from somewhere you do not need to go, or from someone you shouldn't be with. I see that you're very selective with the circle of your friends this year. You might get some people out of your situation, out of your circle. You might get rid of some people. You'll be very picky. And some of you have a social status change. You might have a social media, or you might, I don't know, get married to someone, or even your degree is accomplished, or maybe you get a promotion. Definitely a change in status. I see the sick of, and you might even move. Some of you, there is a big change for movement for you, which I have been patiently waiting for. If you have been patiently waiting for getting a promotion or propose to someone or get a proposal, it will happen, but you have to be patient. It might mostly happen after a lot of thought. There's a Pisces person around you and you have a very good relation. I mean, in general, you're very good with Pisces, specifically Pisces Sun. They're going to be a best friend for you. They understand you. Maybe you select more friends from Pisces. Maybe in the end, see that there are mostly water signs around you which are going to calm you down. Specifically, if you are going to a therapist, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person can be very helpful to you. You might be deep diving into issues, as I said before, and I'm seeing it again. It might be again, you might go on a vacation and you do some diving, or it's just really energetically you are trying to find some problems, roots of things. Again, imply that to anything that is relevant to your situation. Some of you again might dig something and you even find a big treasure which is hiding behind some pile of junk. That's what I see. And this can be a person that you never, took seriously. Or really, you might find some treasure somewhere, or some alignment, some awareness comes to you from somewhere that you didn't expect after some spending some time from somewhere you didn't expect. You got some awareness. This is again finding a treasure. Very good year for you, Leo. You'll be shining, but take it slow if you need to take slow at certain times. There's a little bit of up and down. Try to keep your mouth shut sometimes. I'm sorry if I said it like that, because that's exactly what I saw. They put the words in my mouth. Try not to be expressive that much, specifically if you are, because some people see you as an ego and you don't want to do that. Sometimes it's easy and better for you to be a better listener and try to say this. I mean, I see you're already there. You're already very strategic, very practical, waiting for the best time. There's pregnancy for some of you, which is actually great. There might be some trip again that you go. There are trips that you go. There's a love situation for sure. Some of you are getting into, but you're doing it very strategically. I don't see like a lovey situation that you feel in like in love in a second. You're doing, both of you are doing very strategic, very planned, and the outcome is very good. Or even if it's an investment, you're seeing that you're assessing the temperature of the water before you jump in and do something, which is actually very great. There might be some crying for, if you specifically you're female, there might be something that you might hear from someone, maybe a father figure or someone that you didn't expect from an older person. Maybe you get a comment, maybe a boss, a manager, um, or even an older person in the family that you might start teeing up, but it's very temporary and don't take that very seriously. Definitely, I see love in the air. There's again, I remember I said that there's couples here. I see a lot of couple getting together. I don't see engagement and wedding right away for some of you, but I see that things are building, is being built, and you're building it very, very beautifully. You're building this year. You're building it like an engineer, very hardcore, very the foundation is perfect, and as I said, very strategic. You might buy a watch or an Apple Watch. Some of you might start doing something that you watch. Basically monitor. Some of you might start writing daily journals, which is actually great for you. Definitely a big news is coming to you, a letter, a message that brings you happiness. Three people might come from different parts of the world to meet. Maybe one of you are coming from somewhere which is close to the ocean, or you meet each other somewhere which is water. I definitely see the energy of open waters, the ocean. It's actually great for you. There's an old person here. I see their face again here. Again, there's two things I can say. There's a wise person, and I see them as a male energy, that they can give you advice. They can be very good for you for development, but somehow they can sometimes say things that break your heart or just push you off limit, or maybe even they put you I don't know, like, I don't want to say that they make you depressed, but they give you a little bit of hard time. Maybe it can be your therapist or your life coach or your mentor or your father, but this person actually, I don't want to say they mean bad, they don't, but this is the way they are, and they deliberately do that to you to maybe tickle you and take the worst patient out of you. I don't know why, but definitely this is done for a reason. It's a little bit hard for you, for some of you, and it's not going to happen for everyone, but in the end the outcome is definitely very good. For some of you are being tested. I see motherhood again for some of you, very beautiful. Maybe even you go with your baby or with your newborn to see your parents, and I see grandma hugging the grandchild, which is very, very nice. Some people are going to meet each other after a very long time, after a big break, which is actually very great for you. Pay attention a little bit. I mean, the older person or older people energy is very present in your reading. I see this is something you might need to focus this year if you haven't been spending so much time with them. Um, Maybe this is time now this year to spend more time. As I said in the beginning, there's a little bit of like there's a need of splitting things. There might be some hatage, or something that you might not expect, like from your an auntie or an uncle who was always hard on you, but maybe if they pass away you realize that they left something behind for you. This is exactly the example of what I'm seeing here, which might be the case for some. There's a little child. I mean, some of you, if you have a child, be careful, don't lose them. They might be temporary period that your child might disappear, like in a store or something. You might have this panic that where is my child, and you might be panicking for 1 second, but I can show you it's just very temporary, and you turn your head and you find them. So be careful, have that present moment when you are going somewhere with your children. Be present in every moment and follow them. Make sure you are watching them. Again, I saw the watch, and for me it was not showing the time. It was um, asking you to be aware of something and watch the situation. So if you are buying a very beautiful jacket, some people are getting scrubs. In scrubs, maybe you get married or you get to know someone who is in a medical field. It can be a dentist, a doctor, a resident, anything. Someone from your family might start working as a doctor, or yourself or your kids, or you start seeing someone who is in those professions. Or maybe you just go to a hospital and some doctor really, I don't know, you have a crush on them, or they really maybe help you, and this person will be someone who you will never forget uh, till the stuff in the your lifetime. These are positive energy. If you are pregnant and expecting, or if anyone is expecting, I see a baby gift for them. A little bit again, energy of mothers. Be careful about your mother. Talk to them if you haven't been talking to them for a long time. I see some pepperoni. Maybe someone is ordering pizza and they're ordering a pizza like a pepperoni. I see jalapenos. And if someone is watching from Australia, you might be having some problems with electricity and power. There might be unexpected power loss in your country, or some kind of storm, but nothing very like surprising, or nothing bad. That was the candle wax reading, my dear Leo. Let's see what three things are for you to be aware and focus on in 2023. I'm going to use these cards and see what are the three major things that we want you to focus this year, Leo. Wow, this is the key. Definitely new opportunities happening for you. 33. These new opportunities, both in love, finances, relationships, career, family, which is actually great. You will get a lot of, yeah, and I mentioned your mother. Try to see your, I don't know, if you, again, I'm just going to say the message and you interpret as it implies for you. Be more in touch with your mother, or there'll be a mother figure or a female, powerful female in your life that will affect your life beautifully. And that one came. Yeah, there is the coffin. So there might be someone that you might lose, a grandmother, an auntie, an uncle, that actually with their passing away, that person might leave you with a fortune, or that is end of a story might bring a fortune to you. You might also leave some people behind from the past. Your relationship might be cut, but that brings a new opening for you. And but the best way I see that is that you guys might find someone from an old person, a treasure, a key to a treasure, which is, or an advice from them. But take the time and spend more time with your loved ones. That was your reading, my dear Leo. I hope that you liked the reading. And as always, stay blessed.